So you've been shopping at the likes of Uniqlo, COS, Weekday and Arket for a while now, and those are all great brands, but you want to take your wardrobe to the next level. Maybe you want to add a few statement pieces or some more luxurious pieces, but you don't know where to look. Well, don't worry, I'll help you out. Often when we think of more luxurious and premium clothing, we think of brands like Prada, Gucci, Loro Piana, the Row, Saint Laurent, you get the idea. Basically really expensive brands where you need to take out a loan to buy anything from them. But forget about those high-end luxury brands, you don't need them. What you need is a sprinkle of mid-tier brands instead. And what is a mid-tier brand, I hear you ask? Well, they're brands that sit somewhere in the middle of affordable and high-end, hence the name. Now don't get me wrong, these brands aren't cheap by any means, but you're not trying to kit out your whole wardrobe with these brands. They're just for those special pieces or those more statement pieces in your wardrobe. Anyway, that's enough waffling from me now, let's get right into it. If you like this video at any point, please do leave it a like. And now that's all out the way, let's get into the brands. So the first brand I've got is Maison Kitsuné. Now Maison Kitsuné was one of the first brands that gave me a taste of higher end clothing, and although I don't shop here a lot these days, I'd still buy from them today if the right piece came along. The brand are from Paris, and they actually started out as a record label which evolved into a clothing brand over time. Their clothing has a very Parisian feel to it, which makes sense because they are from Paris after all. But I'd describe their clothing as clean and minimal with a sprinkle of flashy flair. Actually, a better way to describe them is city sleek with an edge of playfulness. Does that make sense? Sometimes my descriptions are absolutely ridiculous, but I'm trying my best here. Anyway, the quality of everything that I've had from the brand has been excellent for the price, and I've had this sweatshirt, for example, for over 8 years. I've worn it to death, and it's still going strong. Sometimes for me, their cuts can be a little bit too simple, but sometimes that's what you want. So they definitely have a place in your wardrobe. Oh, and by the way, I will be leaving links to everything that I talk about in this video in the description box. So if anything tickles your fancy, check out the description box. Another brand that got me into higher end clothing early on is APC. But I think everyone probably knows about these guys by now, but they're another Parisian brand, and they've got a similar feel to Maison Kitsuné. The quality of their pieces have always been solid from my experience, and they offer timeless pieces that never go out of style. And I think the prices are extremely fair for what you're getting, and I think there'll be something for everyone here. I must admit though, I did get a little bit bored of APC after a while, but I am enjoying them again these days. I think they're getting a little bit more experimental with what they're doing, which I always love to see. Or maybe I'm just getting older and I'm being more drawn to simple things. I don't know, but I'm waffling again, so let's move on. Now, regulars of the channel are probably sick to death of hearing me talk about the next brand, but I've got to talk about them here, and it's Acne Studios. Don't worry, I have got some brands on this list that I hardly talk about on this channel, so stay tuned for those. But let's talk about Acne Studios. So Acne is one of my favorite brands out there right now because they do so many things so well. And I could easily build my whole wardrobe just using Acne pieces, but I'd go bankrupt if I tried. So I'll stick to buying the odd piece here and there. But if you're a minimalist who likes to keep things clean and simple, then Acne have you covered. Or if you like a more rock aesthetic or grungy aesthetic, then again, Acne have got you covered. Or if you're a more fashion forward person, then again, Acne have got you. So they're a really versatile brand. They also do some of the best fitting jeans out there for the price in my opinion, and the 1996 jeans are a personal favourite of mine. But to be honest, I've never had a bad piece from Acne. I've loved and worn everything I've had from them to death. Being a Scandinavian brand, they've definitely got that Scandi feel to them, just like this next brand, which is Our Legacy. Now, I've said it before, and I will say it again, but in my opinion, Our Legacy are one of the most exciting brands out there at the moment. And it's definitely not just me that feels this way. It seems like everyone and their dog are wearing Our Legacy online at the moment, but for good reason. They're doing some really cool things. Their pieces often look very simple and basic at first, but the cut and the materials is where the brand gets creative. If you're into that whole wider fit pants kind of look that's really popular at the moment, then these guys have got you covered, but they also offer a lot more tailored pieces too. Also, I think their box t-shirt is one of the best t-shirts out there at the moment, but it is very expensive. And I'll actually be doing a t-shirt video on the channel very soon. It's a video I've been wanting to make since I started this channel, so I'm really excited for it. So make sure you're subscribed with your notifications turned on so you don't miss it. Was that plug of the channel smooth? Probably not. Definitely not now I've just asked you if it was smooth or not. But yeah, just subscribe to the channel. But yeah, going back to our legacy. But I think what the brand do is they've got their core collection that they just bring out different variations of each season. And I really like that they do this. It means they've really taken their time to design a piece that they're really proud of, and they don't want to change it up that much. But I've had a lot from the brand now, and I love wearing them. They feel a little bit special, and I actually recently picked up this new t-shirt from them. A lot of you might not like it. My wife said the design on the front is terrifying, and she doesn't like it, but I love it, and that's all that matters. Anyway, love these guys. Highly recommend checking them out if you haven't already, but let's move on. Next up, we've got one of my favorite brands right now, and it's the Japanese brand Capital. Now, the prices do vary a lot from Capital, depending on what you look at, but you can find some more affordable pieces too. Their style is a take on Americana with a Japanese twist, and they do a lot of military-inspired clothing. They definitely have a grungy and gothy feel to them, especially with their use of bones on their pieces, and I absolutely love it. You may also know the brand from the smiley faces they use on a lot of their pieces, especially on the elbows of their tops. But the cuts are great, and if you like more colourful pieces, then this brand are definitely going to be for you. The only downside is some of the pieces that I want currently are really expensive, and I wish they weren't because I'd love to have them. Like this denim jacket, for example. I absolutely love it, and I hope I can get my hands on it one day, but £700 is more than I want to pay for a denim jacket right now. But they are very well known and very well respected for their denim, and a lot of work goes into their pieces. They're very well made, so you do get what you pay for. But yeah, Capital gets me really excited, and I love it when a brand does that to you. It's what fashion's all about for me. Next up, we've got another Japanese brand who do more basics, and it's OrSlow. So if you're looking for timeless workwear or military-inspired basics, then these guys are a great choice. They're known for their use of premium materials, and if you're thinking of stepping up your basics game, then definitely check these guys out. They offer slimmer cuts of clothing if you prefer the more fitted looks like myself, but they also do the whole boxy and oversized style really well too. Their denim is also highly praised by the denim community, and they can be a tough bunch to please, so if they like it, then you know it's good. Their fatigue pants are also extremely popular, and they always sell out in my size here in the UK. They're not the most exciting brand when it comes to fashion-forward cuts or fashion-forward pieces, but that's not their aim. All they're trying to do is make well-made, classic pieces that'll stand the test of time, and they do that extremely well. Next up, we've got Ammi Paris, who are from, you guessed it, Paris. Like APC and Maison Kitsuné, they also stick to the Parisian style, and their clothing has a really clean and minimal look. But the quality and the cut of their clothing is what sets the brand apart, and everything I've had from them has felt incredibly luxurious. And I've been buying from them now for about 7 or 8 years, and their line hasn't changed that much in that time, and they're still really popular, which just goes to show you how timeless their pieces are. But I think Ammi nail everything they do so well, so if you do see something you love from them but you're not sure whether to buy it or not, just go for it. You won't regret it, trust me. Their pieces last a long time, they never go out of style, and if you do get bored of them, then they do hold their value, so you can sell them and make most of your money back. Obviously, if you want to save even more money, then shop secondhand. I'd always recommend you do that anyway, but I don't need to tell you that. And if you want to recommend some brands that others can check out, then that would be really helpful, so leave your recommendations in the comments. Let me know which brand off this list was your favourite. If you like this video, please do leave it a like, don't forget to hit subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.